ตาปัจเจกานันจะยังพลังอรหันตานันจะเตเชนะรักขังพันธามิสัพพโสสัพพพุทธานุภาเวนะสัพพธัมมานุภาเวนะสัพพสังฆานุภาเวนะสัทธาโสธีภวันตุเต
May I pay my deepest respect to all the Buddhas and the great masters. May I pay respect to all the venerable monks. And good evening, my dear DOU students in this program, Buddhist Chanting with English translations. And today I'd like to welcome you to examination preparation, and will be divided into two sessions. First is I will introduce you to the exam instruction, and the second part of today's episode program is to have the tutoring session. So you have some idea and of what will be covered in the exam questions, and and also it's kind of like to refresh what we have learned so far. So I'd like to begin with for the first part. I am gonna introduce you to the exam schedule. What was the date of the examination, and when is the announcement of the grading. And second, I will cover about how to logging into the exam page, because in this program will be the online exam, the 100%. So it is very simple, but it has some a little tricky aspect that maybe it is better for me to introduce to some of you. And the third part is about the attendance checking. How many days have you attended the class, and which account for the grading, the score, the total score of this evaluation. And then the fourth part is about the final grade checking, how to log in into the grade the grading page. Then the last but not least in the first part of today's program is some announcement. Okay. The exam schedule, the first is today's July 8th is the tutoring session, tutoring date, and from the 9th to the 14th you have around to the 13th, so you have 5 days to look at the question and answer. This is an open book exam, so take your time, because many of the questions include the Pali language that maybe some of you may not familiar with. So take your time, read it slowly, and maybe if you have time you can revise to your note or to the PowerPoint of the instructors, and or you can go to the YouTube channel to review the previous teaching. So you have 5 days to work on this exam. Then the grade announcement will be on July 19th. Okay. And then to log into the exam page, go to this link that we will send it to our line chat room. And you can click on it. Then it will lead you to this page. You need to fill in the box. The top one you need to is the student ID, and the second one is the name. Let's see the example. For example, you can look at the receipt or the registration paper. The top one is your student ID, and you add it into the top box. Then the second box you fill in with your first name. Only your first name. Don't have to put Miss or Mr. or Pra or Venerable. No title, just your first name in the second box, and then log in. Okay, I'll show you that. Okay, let's try. Oh, and also this is also important. Your first name will begin with the capital letter, such as okay. Oh, let's try. One. If you don't have the first one, has to be the capital letter, like this. Okay. มันไม่ขึ้นนะให้มันเป็นสกรีนได้ไหมให้มันขึ้นสกรีนหน้าจอตรงที่โชว์ตัวอย่างเข้าหน้าจอให้มันโชว์สกรีนไม่ใช่ PowerPoint เอาทั้งสกรีนนี่เหรอได้ไหมโอเคlet's go back okay and type in your student ID and then your name with the first capital letter. It will lead you to this page, and you click on this final exam Pali English Chanting Translation course. And you can click this arrow or click this. And in each page, you have the 10 questions. After you finish or not finish, it's okay. Click Save. And then go to the next one, or you can click this on this left box to the second page with the from question number 11 to 20. You finish all this and click Save. and then to the third page. And if when you finish all this and log out, you can, if you feel like you have a second thought about your answer, you can come back and revise, change your answer, and then click save again. And the program will save your last click or last choice that you made. After you click save, that will be done. So you have about 5 days to work on this, and you can come back and revise anytime. Okay. Oh, ยังไงดีต้องยังไงนะยังไงให้มันเต็มหน้านะ Okay, and next is the evaluation system. The attendance, the 15 days accounted for the 40% of the total score, and the multiple choice questions, the 30 questions, would be accounted for the 60% of the total value. So this is, if you feel like you haven't attended the class enough, you still are able to pass this program by finish all the questions. And so do not worry, we'll work through this together. This is an open book exam, and you can discuss with your familiar teaching monks, or discuss with your friends, and come back to give the best answer. And if you are wondering how many days have you attended the class, you can go to the our line chat room, then click on these 3 lines on the top right corner, then go to the notes, this one. You take into this page, and I think the top one will be the attendance class for Pali English program. It has a link to the Google Sheet. You can click on this, and it will lead you to the summary of the total days that you have attended the class. And if you feel like, oh, this is not right, or you think you feel like you have attended more than this, you can send a message to our staff in the chat room. We'll work on this together to make the correction. Because sometimes people come in with different names, so the program may not be able to add those names in one place. And next is, after finishing all this exam and the evaluation, on the day on the 19th, that will be the grading announcement. You can come again and log in at this link, this link will lead you to this page. And this one will be a little different from the exam page. This one you have to add in your student ID on both boxes. The top one and the below one, the bottom one, just add your student ID, both of them, and log in. Like this, your student ID on both boxes. Okay, and let's try. Oh, ขึ้นไหม? This is my record from previous program, but I like to show you what it looks like. Just type in the student ID in both boxes. It will lead you to this grade checking online system. So if you have been together with us for many semesters, all of your grades and records will be shown in here. And this is my I think this is my previous. And scroll down, you see until this semester, and the grade will show, and you can click to download your certificate. Okay, and this is the certificate that will look like this. Okay, and come to the last part for this, the last announcement for this session. I like to advertise our next program, which will start in the 30th of July until the 8th of September. This class will be the 10th grade Chataka Tales in English program. So I'd like to invite everyone to join our next program. It will be more joyful, and I think to come together and learn about the history of the Buddha in the previous lifetime. And also we do have the pilgrimage to the 4 great Buddhist holy sites in India. If you are interested, please contact this person, this number and this QR code, or in our line chat room, and we go in this tour together and listen to the story on site. That will be immersive experience for all of us who have been there. This is we have done this for many years now. กี่ปีแล้วเนี่ย ทำกี่ปี for about 10 years, 10 times now. So I'd like to invite anyone who are interested to join our tour and listen to the history of the Buddha on these holy places together. And thank you so much for joining us in this first session. If you have any more questions, regarding any of this information that I show you today, please come to our line chat room. And Thammo have rakati Dhammachari Thammo Sujino Sukhama Wahati. Dhamma surely protects one who practices Dhamma. The teaching brings happiness when practiced well. And I will see you again in the after the examination preparation, tutoring, and see you again next program. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm not sure if my stereo is working properly, but anyway, good evening, everyone. Nice to see you once again. You probably remember me, right? I teach 2 sessions already for Pali chanting, Mangala Sutta and Shinbanchon and Itipiso Bhagava. I teach 3 chanting, but it was only 2 sessions. And today I was appointed to be your tutor for your examination. So let me start the class by paying the homage to the triple gem together first. Okay. อะระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธภควาพุทธังภควันตังอภิวาเทมิสวากขาโตภควตาธัมโมธัมมังนัมสสามิสุปฏิปันโนภควโตสาวกสังโฆสังฆังนะมามินะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะ Okay, let's go ahead with our tutoring session, revising session for your examination. I don't know how many of you have seen the exam question before, because one of my friends has sent me the question from the student asking about number 20. He said that every choice that they are in number 20 are all correct, and I already checked. They are actually correct. It's correct. I think what went wrong is the translation from English, because the examination was translated from Thai language into English, and then the translation wasn't correct. Okay. Let me show you this question that I'm talking about. One of my friends asking about this number 20. It translated from number 24 from the Thai version. Okay. He said all the answer here, A to E, they are all correct translation, and in English version, it is actually correct version. Okay. They are all correct translation, so you wouldn't know what is the right answer here because it's asking for wrong translation, right? This is not correct here. But if you look at the Thai version, when it translates into English, there's something wrong with it because it said here, Soka Pariteva Tukha, Tomanasupaya Sapi Tukha, right? ความประสบพบกับสิ่งไม่เป็นที่รักที่พอใจก็เป็นทุกข์ It's supposed to be translated into associated with what is dislike is suffering, or what is unloved is suffering, or unpleasant is suffering. So the translation is wrong. In English version, if Dhammakaya doesn't change the translation here, you will know what the correct answer is because I'm asking for what is not correct answer. So I have to point it out to the Dhammakaya team to correct this. Okay. Just to let you know about number 20 of the exam question. But I'm not sure how many of you have seen the exam question already because I received the exam question 30 question, right? With 5 choice. But today I am not going to show you those 30 question with 5 choice, but what I will revise with you today is this sheet of the PowerPoint. Okay, this is exam tutoring session with me. Okay, we are going to practice 20 practicing questions together. And these questions are all from those 30 questions, but what you will see here is only 20 questions and divide into 5 sections. Okay. Section 1 will be about the triple gem, which is the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha. Okay. There are 5 practicing questions here. The question you see here is actually a real question that you see in the exam. Okay. So if you don't know the question already or haven't seen the question already, I recommend you to screenshot the question. And it's probably going to be best for you to revise by yourself. Because when you come to do online class like this, the revision or the knowledge I give you maybe is inaccurate or sometimes it's not correct and sometimes a little confusing. But if you take some time to revise by yourself, such as looking through Google, looking through the book, or maybe asking AI for the correct question, for the correct answer, I think you will find the proper answer much more easily than revising with me. But anyway, I have about 40 to 50 minutes to give you the 20 questions. So make sure you screenshot every question if you don't know the question already. But for someone who already have that 30 question, it's probably not going to be difficult for you because you will see the question together with the 5 choices, right? So it wouldn't be a problem. Okay, on the section 2, okay, we will talk about the daily chanting formula. Which is the morning chanting and the evening chanting. And section 3 will be the basic Dhamma and the Bidhamma. I think this is probably going to be the most difficult. Okay, because in the morning chanting and the evening chanting that we usually chant every day, we don't usually talking about the 5 aggregate or Bidhamma very much. Okay, this is section 3. And on the first section, we will talk about the first sermon and the key Pali phrases, which is Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta. The Buddha first sermon. Okay, this is section 4. And the last section, section 5, we'll be talking about loving kindness merit and protect chanting, which is the Purita that I also teach you before. On my first session. Okay, let's go through the first question together. The practicing question today that we would like to talk with you about is the Puttakun or Puttakuna. Okay, which explanation of the Buddha virtue or Puttakun is incorrect? So when you see the question, you will have the 5 choice to choose from, right? If you chant every day about the triple gem, you wouldn't have the difficult answering the question. But if you don't usually chant in English, usually chant in Thai, you're probably going to find really difficult to translate from the Pali version into English version because usually you chanting, you either don't translate into anything or translate into Thai. But when you come to study with DOU, maybe you chant in English every day. I'm not too sure. But anyway, you will need to take a look at this key term. Okay, I give you the key term here on the right hand side. Look at the term. What is mean by arahang? Samma Samputtho Vichacharana Sampanno Sukato Logovitu. Actually, there are 9 terms for Puttakun or Puttakuna, which is the quality of the Buddha. Okay, make sure you're looking through all 9 quality of the Buddha and try to memorize it. Okay, it says here, review the main meaning of Buddha Kun carefully. Match each Pali term with its correct English meaning. Pay special attention to Sukhato. Okay, I give you the big hint here. Okay, pay special attention to Sukhato. It does not really mean going to be heavily dream of bliss. Okay, I'm not allowed to give you the correct answer, but I just give you the key term for you to study. Okay, and the key term here is in highlight. Incorrect meaning related to Sukhato. Okay, you will need to looking through that meaning carefully. Okay, this is the first question. Let's move on to the second question. The second question we have here is a quality to be realized individually by the wise through direct experience is the meaning of which virtue of the Dhamma. Again, if you have been chanting in English every day, you wouldn't have any problem. Like in every single question that we take you through today, you wouldn't have a problem if you chant every day and translate it. Okay, but if you never do that, it's going to be really difficult. You will need to revise by yourself after my session, or maybe if you are good with computer or searching online, you can look through Google or maybe asking AI for the correct answer. Okay, make sure you cap the question if you don't know the question already. Identify this as a Dhamma Kunna question. Look for the idea known individually. Known individually here mean you know by yourself, right? No one know apart from you because you have been practicing by yourself. Okay. And the key term here is Pachanangve. Pachanangve tip the pole. Knowing by yourself subjectively. And cannot share the complete experience with everyone. You cannot tell everyone 100% of what you know. This is what it means by Pachatangve Titapo. Okay, and the key term for this question you will need to look through is Dhammakun, or the quality of Dhamma, direct experience, individually realized wise person. Okay, and the special key term I would like to tell you to look at is Pachatangve Titapo Vinyuhi. Okay, Vinyuhi. Pachatangve Titapo Vinyuhi. Make sure you looking through for this phase when you revising what it really mean. Okay, and for the third question we have today is which statement is not the meaning of the Dhamma being akaliko. Akaliko is related to timing, right? Akaliko is not limited by time, not dependent on time. Immediately effective. Do not confuse timeless with requiring no time for practice. Practice still requires effort even though the Dhamma is timeless. Okay. Akaliko means not limited by time, or it's talking about the Dhamma because you can practicing the Dhamma at any time you want. Even after 2,600 years after the Mahaparinibbana, when the Buddha passed away, when you come to practicing the Dhamma today, you will still get the same results as you did back like 2,000 or 3,000 years ago. Maybe not completely 100%, but you will get the key essence of the Dhamma if you practicing it today. This is what I mean by Akaliko, not limited by time. Okay. The key term you will need to look at is Akaliko, timeless, immediate, not dependent on time. And again, if you haven't got the question already, make sure you cap this screenshot. Make the screenshot of this question or just write it down. Okay. And the key term I would like you to especially look at is this requiring no time to practice. Okay. Which statement is not the meaning of the Dhamma being Akaliko. Now for the next question, this is question 4. We are still on the question about the triple gem. The phrase Chattari Purisa Yukhani refer to whom? Chattari Purisa Yukhani refer to whom? Okay. I would like you to break down this phrase. Okay. Chattari in Pali translate into English as four. Okay. Purisa Yukhani is pairs of person. So you will need to review the four pair of the noble person, okay, or the Sotapanna, Skatakami, Anakami, and Arahant, right? And these four pair are 8 individuals. So when you revise on the section of Triple Gem, make sure you go through the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. And this question will be about the Sangha, okay? The key term you will need to look at is Chattari Purisa Yukhani, four pair, 8 noble individual, Sotapanna, Skatakami, Anakami, and Arahant. These are the four pair. Okay, and the key term you will really need to look at is here. All four pair of noble person. Okay, to make sure you remember this to revise it carefully when you have time. Next question on the triple gem. Which term refers to those who are worthy of hospitality and personal attendance? Again, this question is about the Sangha or about the enlightened one. This is Sangha Kun vocabulary question. Distinguish similar terms such as Ahunayo, Pahunayo, Takinayo, Anchali, Galaniyo, and try to connect hospitality and personal attendance with Pahunayo. Okay, these are all Pali term. If you have the PDF file or PowerPoint file, you will need to go back to take a look carefully what all these meaning mean. Actually, you all have the chanting book, right? Morning and evening chanting. They should have the translation for this. I wouldn't show you because we don't have much time, but I'm pretty sure you can find the correct answer really easily if you look through the morning and evening chanting book that Dhammagaya give you. Or if you don't want to do that, just ask Google or ask AI if you're good at AI. Okay. The key term you will need to take a look at is all the term related to Sangha Kun, which is Ahunayo, Pahunayo, Takinayo, hospitality, personal attendant. Okay, and the special key term I would like you to pay special attention to is Pahunayo. Okay, Pahunayo. Just this word. Just make sure you know what this word means. Pahunayo. Now let's move on to the next section. Section 2. It's about the daily chanting formula. Now, my 2 sessions with you, I didn't go through this daily chanting formula, right? I didn't teach you about the morning and evening chanting, but instead I teach you about Mangala Sutta and Pasochimanchon and Itipiso Phakkawa. So I'm not sure what kind of PPT that you receive or PowerPoint that you receive. I asked my friend for the PowerPoint that has been teaching this class, and there are 12 of them, 11 of them actually. And I looking through them, I think there are too many for me to digest. So I decided I'm not going to go through it with you today, okay? Because there are too many. I asked my friend yesterday and she sent me all the 12 PowerPoint and it's just too much for me to go through. But I recommend you to take a look at morning and evening chanting that you have to chant every day. If you chant in English every day, you wouldn't have the difficulty answering all these questions. But if you don't, just like I said before, just ask Google or try to consult with AI if you could get AI. Okay. Now the first question on this section, asking what is the meaning of the word Nammo in the phrase Namo Tassa Bhagavato. Okay, let's pay homage basically. Translate only the word being asked, not the whole phrase. This is how to find answer, okay? Translate only the word being asked, not the whole phrase. Namo is an expression of homage or reverence. Basically, if you want to pay the homage or pay respect to someone, you start off with Namo. Just like we pay respect or pay the homage to Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. We do this 3 times, right? We start off with Namo. Is the way for us to express the respect that we have to the Buddha. Is the way for us to pay the homage to the Buddha. This is what it means by Namo. Do not confuse Namo with Bhagavato, which refer to the blessed one. Okay, Bhagavato is refer to the Buddha himself. So these 2 words is different. So I did mistake. And the key term, the key term you will need to take a look at is Namo, homage, reverence, and Namo Tassa Bhagavato. And special key term I would like you to take a look at. Okay. Is this term here. I pay homage. Okay. Namo mean I pay homage. You need to remember this. Okay. Need to remember this. Now let's move on to the next question. Next question. Still on the morning and evening chanting. Han Thamayang. This is when you invited someone to chant together. Han Thamayang, you have heard it before, right? Han Thamayang, Bhagavato, Buddhassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma. I can't remember. They don't usually leading someone to chanting, but they always starting with Han Thamayang to invite someone to chant together with you. Okay, what does Han Thamayang mean in the introductory chanting formula? This is the way to find the answer. Okay, recognize this as the common opening formula before chanting. Han Thamayang invite the group to chant together. Do not translate it as only pay homage, because pay homage mean Namo, right? It has nothing to do with Han Thamayang. Han Thamayang is Pali term for let's do this together, let's chant together, let's revise it together. Han Thamayang, okay. And the key term you will need to take a look at is Han Thamayang opening formula and chant together. And special key term, okay, I would like you to take a look at is come. Let us all chant together. This is the meaning of Han Thamayang, okay. This is the meaning of Han Thamayang. Come, let us all chant together. Now, the next question we have. What does the words Kayena Vajaya Va Cetasa Va? This is when you want to apologize to the Buddha, right? And asking for his forgiveness. After we chant the Puthakun, Dhammakun, and Sangakun, we kneel down to the ground and bow down our head, and we say out this word Kayena Vajaya Vajedasa Va Ba 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 on. What does this really mean? Kayena mean by the body, Vajaya by speech, Cetasa or by mind, by body, by speech, and by mind. I would like to apologize to you, the Buddha. Okay. The words mention wrong action or offense toward the Buddha. Therefore, it is a word of asking for forgiveness. Basically, you don't actually have to ask for forgiveness from the Buddha because he doesn't feel angry with you. But it's Thai tradition that we all do it. It's Theravada tradition actually that everyone have to asking for forgiveness when we doing the morning and evening chanting. So I'm not sure if they practice this back in the Buddha era, but in our time we all practice this in the temple and practicing this at home when we doing the chanting. Okay, you will need to remember this term Kayena Vajaya Cetasa. Look for the forgiveness, the the term about the Buddha when you're looking for the key term for look for this answer, okay? And the special term I would like you to take a look at is this one. A verse asking for forgiveness from the Buddha for offense committed. Okay, for offense committed. Basically, if you have done something wrong to the Buddha, maybe of the Buddha statue or Buddha image, or having the really ill will toward the Buddha, you will need to apologize to him and asking for his forgiveness so that you remove all your doubt about the Buddha away from your heart and carry on practicing his teaching. That's why you need to do it, okay? Make sure you write it down if you have some time. Now for the next question, for the daily chanting, in the daily reflection, which passage state that we must inevitably inherit the result of our karma? This question talking about the karma, okay? How to find answer? You will need to revise or do the review on the daily reflection, such as aging. Such as aging, illness, death, separation, and karma. When the question mention inherit good and bad action or karma, go directly to the fifth reflection. And the key term you need to take a look at is apinha vajavekana. The word karma, the word air mean inheritance, inherit something from someone, okay? And good and evil action. Basically, you just need to revise on the concept of karma. And the key term I would like you to take a look at here is this term here. Yang kammang karisami kalayanang va papakang va tasataya tha pavisami. When I spread my loving kindness on every session, I always say this word, okay, just to remind myself of what karma mean to me. Okay, so just make sure you remember this verse too. Yang kammang kurisami kalayanang va papakang va tasataya tha pavisami. Okay. And that's all I have for the section 2. Now let's move on to section 3. Section 3, I think, is the most difficult section from the third equation. Okay. It's about basic Dhamma and Abhidhamma, but Abhidhamma has always been very difficult and high for the Buddhists, because Abhidhamma means higher teaching, right? It's quite difficult to understand. But in the exam question, you don't actually have to understand the deep meaning of Abhidhamma. You just have to memorize the meaning that you have been chanting every day. Okay, the first question, in the five aggregate, which aggregate function as the knower or the faculty that cognize objects? Okay, cognize object is mean knowing, right? Knowing the objects or knowing something. ตัวรู้ ผู้รู้ knower. Which aggregate is being recognized as the knower or cognized object? Okay, how to find the answer? You will need to go back to review or revise on the concept of the five aggregate and their functions. What is mean by รูปเวทนาสัญญาสังขารและวิญญาณ Okay, รูปเวทนาสัญญาสังขารและวิญญาณ Rupa is material form, Vedana is the feeling, Sanya is perception or your memory. Sankhara is mental formation, and the knower or cognizing function is belong to Vijnana. Vijnana means the knower. Okay, and the key term that we need to take a look at is just like I said, Rup Vedana Sanya Sankhara and Vijnana. The special term I would like you to pay special attention to is Vinyanakkhantha. Vinyanakkhantha, right? what is mean by Vijnana Khandha. Make sure you go back to take a look at the chanting book and find the proper meaning for this term Vijnana Khandha. Next question is about Cetisika. Cetisika or Jit Pung Tang. Pung Tang. What is a Cetisika? And which type of statement about Cetasika would be incorrect? This question asking for the incorrect meaning of Cetasik. Now, how to find the answer? You have to try to remember the difference between Chitta and Cetasika. Okay, these two words. Chitta is your mind, and Cetasika is the something that come to interact with your mind and cause your mind to go cloudy. In English, we call it mental factor that arise with consciousness and condition. Okay, any statement saying Cetasika is exactly the same as Chitta is incorrect. This is a key term that you will need to take a look at. And the key term that we need to take a look further is Cetasika, Chitta, mental factor, consciousness that arise together. They all about Chitta and Cetasika, basically. If you can look through your chanting book, please do so. Otherwise, just look through Google or asking AI. Just like I said before. Special key term, okay, I would like you to take a look at is the incorrect idea, such as Cetasika is the same as Chitta itself. You will need to be able to separate out between the meaning of Chitta and Cetasika. Okay, once again, Chitta is your consciousness itself, the nature that know an object, and Cetasika is the mental factor that arise with consciousness and condition it. If you compare it to water, Chitta is water, and Cetasika is something that you put into that water, such as the color. Now let's move on to the next question. In the Chaya Mankara Katha, Chaya Mankara Katha, บทสวดชัยมงคลเนาะ Chaya Mankara Katha, which explanation of the Buddha victory is not correct? The answer that you will need to look for is try to review the 8 victory and how each was achieved. Okay. Do not only memorize names, but memorize the method of victory. For example, Narakili, the key method is loving kindness, not the wording in the incorrect explanation. I used to chant this chanting word every day, but I can't remember now. I just chant another day before. Nala killing. It's about elephant, right? He using his loving kindness to win over someone. I think it's the Buddha. He win over the elephant Nalakili. Oh, okay. I remember now. And the key term is Chaya Mankala Katha. The key terms such as Mara, Alavaka, Nala Kiring, Ankulimala. Ankulimala, you probably don't need to take a look at, and Jaga. But anyway, the special key term here, you will need to pay special attention to is the problematic explanation is connected with Nalakili verse. Okay, Nalakili verse. From บทสวดชัยมงคล And the last question from section 3 about Dhamma and Abhidhamma, asking in the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, who is the I in Evam Me Sutang Ekang? When you hear this verse, Eva me stang ekang, the first person you thought of is Phra Anon, right? Or Ananda. Phra Anon, because he is the one who memorized all the sutta or the Buddha teaching and pass it on to us until this day. So when you hear Eva Meng Stang Ekang, you think of Phra Anon or Ananda. Okay, please remember this name Ananda. This phrase means thus have I heard is always translated into English as thus have I heard. Yeah, I heard this from the Buddha. He teach us like this and become the Buddhist recitation tradition that we have been chanting every day. Even if we don't translate it, you always hear eva me stang ekang samayang, something like that. And if you try to move on to the place that this teaching have been taught to us and Phra Anon have memorized it and passed it down to us until this day. This opening is associated with the person who heard and recited the discourse, which is Ananda. And special key term I would like you to take a look at is Venerable Ananda. If you have some time, please take a look through his history and background history. His story. He is he was appointed or being placed by the Buddha to be the best attendant of the Buddha. Okay. Move on to section 4. Section 4 is still about the first sermon. No, not really. Are we on section 4 already? Huh? Oh, sorry. This question is supposed to be on section 4, not section 3. Sorry, put it on the wrong section. Okay, but never mind. Section 4 is let's come back to the first sermon. Dhammacakka Vattana Sutta, but it's different question now. Which statement is not correct about the Majjhima Patipatha or Thang Sai Klang as a path leading to benefit and liberation? Now, how to find the answer is to know the quality of the middle path, such as lead to vision, lead to knowledge, lead to peace, it will lead to higher knowledge, lead to enlightenment, and ultimately lead to nibbana. A phrase connected with the light attachment or sensual craving does not describe the middle path. So when we talk about the Buddha path, we have to avoid the extreme, right? Something that is too comfortable, that is too light. Something that you practice and torturing yourself, that is too harsh. We have to stay somewhere in the middle. Moderation. Whether you eat, whether you practicing Dhamma, you have to always consider what is the middle path is. Okay. The key term you will need to take a look at is Majjhima Patipatha, Chakku Karani, Yana Karani, Upasamaya Nantira, Kasahakatha Kata. A special key term I need you to take a look at is the incorrect idea about Nantira Kasahakata. Okay, Nantira Kasahakata. I can't remember the meaning of this term actually, so make sure you will need to go back to review and asking maybe Google or AI what this term means. Nantira Kasahakata. Next question on section 4. What correctly describe the Majjhima Patipatha? Now, from what is incorrect come down to what is correct about Majjhima Patipatha. Okay, on this question, how to find answer? When the question asks what is the middle path, Think of the Noble Eightfold Path. Do not confuse it with craving, suffering, or the five aggregate subject to clinging. So you know what is the Noble Eightfold Path, right? Right view, right thought, right job, something like that, or eight of them. And the special term here is Majjhima Patipata Ariyo Atankiko Makho. And the Noble Eightfold Path. Special key term you will need to take a look at is this term here. Ariyo Atankiko Makho. Ariyo Atankiko Makho. The path of the enlightened one. Okay. Ariyo Atankiko Makho. The next question we have about the sermon. In Jakkung Uttapati, Yanang Upadati, Panya Uttapati, Vicha Uttapati, Arogo Uttapati. What does Uttapati mean? Now it's asking for the correct meaning of Uttapati. How to find answer is to look at the repeated word Uttapati. The repeated structure shows that vision, knowledge, wisdom through knowledge, and light or arouse. Do not confuse Uttapati with light. Aroko mean light. Okay. Aroko mean light. So Uttapati doesn't mean light. Uttapati mean arouse, came into being. It's different from Aloko. And special term I would like you to take a look at is this term here. Okay. Uttapati mean arose, came into being, and has arisen. Okay. ญาณเกิดขึ้นแล้วแก่เราปัญญาเกิดขึ้นแล้วแก่เราวิชาเกิดขึ้นแล้วแก่เรา This is translated into Thai like this. Okay. This is what it mean by ญาณังอุทปาทิปัญญาอุทปาทิวิชาอุทปาทิ all these things, all this knowledge, all this wisdom has arise within our mind. So that is what it means by Uttapati. Next question we have. What is the meaning ofยังกินจิสมุทยธรรมังสัพพันตังนิโรธธรรมันติยังกินจิสมุทยธรรมังสัพพันตังนิโรธธรรมันติ Now to find the answer of this question, okay, you will need to break down the keyword. What it mean by samudaya? Samudaya mean arising, okay, arising, and nirotha is cessation or the end of suffering, okay, nirotha, the end of suffering or cessation. Samudaya is something that arises. This is the key term for the Four Noble Truths, right? ทุกข์สมุทัยนิโรธมรรค Okay, สมุทัยะ arise, nirotha cessation. The meaning is a principle of arising and ceasing. Remember, whatever arises also ceases. Okay, whatever arises also ceases. มีเกิดก็ต้องมีดับเนาะ And the key term is สมุทัยะ nirotha arising and cessation. Arising and ceasing. Arising and cessation. The key term or special term I would like you to take a look at is the term here. Whatever is subject to arising is all subject to cessation. Okay. This is what it means when the Buddha say yang kinchi samudaya dhammang sappantang nirotha dhammanti. This is quite a famous verse in Theravada Buddhism. Whatever is subject to arise is also subject to cease. Okay, that is the end of section 5 for the first sermon, Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta. Now for the last section, we have the last three questions, right? Is the question on loving kindness, merit, and protective chant or paritta. In the Metta Apamanya chant, which direction is not correctly identified? When you're doing chanting or apamanya chanting, you send out your loving kindness to all direction, right? Please go back to revise what it means by east direction, west direction, north direction. Okay, and after you memorize all those, you probably can try out what is not correct in the translation. How to find the key answer? Review the direction used in radiating loving kindness. Try to memorize east, west, north, south first, then the intermediate direction carefully. Takhinaya Anutisaya does not mean northwestern direction. Okay, this is the key term you have to try to remember. Takhinaya Anutisaya does not mean the northwestern direction. The key term is Metta Apamanya direction, Purattima, Pattima, Uttara, Takhina. I can't translate all of this actually because I don't usually chanting this chanting verse, Metta Apamanya. But anyway, the key term I would like you to special attention to is this term here. Is the incorrect meaning of Takhinaya Anutisaya as the northwestern direction. So make sure you go to take a look what is wrong with this term, why it's not correct when you translate it into the northwestern direction. Okay. Move on to the last two questions. We have in the dedication of merit and water pouring chant, which translation is not correct. This is when you spread your loving kindness, right? Or quạt nam in Thai. Okay, in the dedication of merit and water pouring chant, which translation is not correct. How to find answer? This is a translation checking question. Okay, look for the meaning of the blessing, desire, aspiration, and fulfillment. A lie saying the blessing should be destroyed is clearly wrong because the chant gives a blessing. So whatever term that doesn't relate it to the correct meaning or something that negative, not positive, basically, is wrong in this question. Okay. The key term is Uttisa Punya, Ichitang, Pattitang, Samichatu, blessing. Okay. And you will need to pay special attention to the term here. May the blessing quickly be destroyed. Okay, when you see the word destroy, it doesn't go well with the delegation of merit or water pouring chanting. Okay, it's not really something that you use in loving kindness spreading. And for the last question, we have which protective chant is recited to extend loving kindness to the four Naka clan as protection against danger from snakes? This is when you spread loving kindness to Payanak, right? Or the Naka. How to find answer? Identify the clue for Naka clan and protection from snake. Connect Virupakhe Metang with the Kanta Parita. Do not confuse with Karaniya Metta Sutta, general loving kindness. Usually these two chanting always put together, right? Karaniya Metta Sutta and Virupakhe Metang. I always chanted this together back in my forest temple, but I never actually translate into Thai or English or anything, so I don't actually know what it really means. Okay, but I think you know really well if you translate this every day or you have been studying this chanting together with author Venerable already. So if you have his PowerPoint, you can go back to revise for yourself, or just like I said before, you can ask Google or just ask AI if you know how to use AI. Okay, it shouldn't be too difficult. And the special answer, special term, I would like you to pay special attention to is Kanta Parita. Okay, Kanta Parita is the term or the chanting that you will need to revise. Kanta Parita. And here we have it. Or 20 questions that I randomly choose for all of you. But in the actual exam, there will be 30 questions, okay? There will be 30 questions. And I can show you the author's 10 if you want. That quickly. Today I supposed to only show you the 20 question, but because we have a little bit time left, I show you a little bit here. Final exam, 30 question, as you can see. Just to show you that I do not lie to you, okay? That there are 30 questions. Okay, that is the end of my revising session for you. And at the end of this session, I would like to invite you to do the evening meditation together before we finish the tutoring section. So please sit quietly, close your eye, and concentrate on your breathing or something, or just try to recite Samma Arahang if you have been doing that for all your life. Okay, let's spend about 10 minutes in quiet and calm down your mind.
然后把整个身体都要放
Okay. Thank you very much for joining me this evening. I would like to invite you to spread loving kindness together once again before we finish our session. Ahang Sukhito Homi, may I be happy. Nitokho Homi, may I be free from suffering. Avero Homi, may I be free from enmity. Apaya Pacho Homi, may I be free from harm and evil. Aniko Homi, may I be free from distress. Sukhi Attanang Pariharami, may I take care of myself happily. Sape Satta Sukhita Hontu, may all beings be happy. Sape Satta Avera Hontu, may all beings be free from enmity. Sape Satta Apaya Pacha Hontu, may all beings be free from harm and ill will. Sape Satta Anikha Hontu, may all beings be free from distress. Sape Satta Sukhi Attanang Pariharantu, may all beings take care of myself happily. Sape Satta Sappha Dukkha Pamodjantu, may all beings be released from all suffering. Sape Satta Latha Sampatito Ma Vikachantu, may all beings not be separated from the good fortune they have attained. Sape Satta Kamma Saka Kamma Thaya Tha Kamma Yoni Kamma Pantu Kamma Patisarana. All beings are owners of their own karma. They are heirs to their karma. They are born from their karma. They are related to their karma. They have karma as their refuge. Yang kammang karisanti kallayanang va papakang va tasataya tha pavisanti. Whatever karma they do, whether good or bad, they will be the heir to that karma. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, thank you so much for joining me on the tutoring session. May you all be blessed with good health and good fortune. And see you in the other session, I believe, if we get invited again. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Sadhu. I'd like to express our deepest gratitude and respect to Venerable Rurngvit Aggadhammo for guiding us through the exam preparation today, and as well to all of our teaching monks. On behalf of everyone here, thank you so much for your kindness and dedication that you spend time with us. And to our amazing students, I can't express my joy enough for seeing many of you showing up consistently. It's not easy at all in this online learning environment. And thank you so much for your focus, your energy that have made this virtual class inspiring and truly meaningful. And as we look ahead to the upcoming examination, I'd like to encourage you to approach it not with stress, but as a wonderful opportunity to reflect on how much we have grown inside in spiritually. And last but not least, we will have the graduation ceremony. It will be held on July 19th at around 7 p.m. Thailand time. Some of our students and instructors will reflect on our program, our journey together. And there will be the offering ceremony by our main benefactors. To our program could not be possible without our support, and to the teaching monks and to the monastic the monk students here. So I'd like, if possible, I'd like you to join us on this offering ceremony, and then to rejoice in their merit, in our merits, and receive the blessings from the monks. And may the merit gained from studying these true teachings of the Buddha bring the happiness and prosperity to your lives. May the clarity, peace be in your minds. May you attain the liberation, Dhammakaya, and liberation. Sappha Puttha Nupavena, Sappha Dhamma Nupavena, Sappha Sankha Nupavena, Sattha Soti Bhavantu Te. Wish you do well in the exam. Thank you and good night.